instead of the YouTube live software. So hopefully it is working. Um, okay, I see it coming up here. Okay, cool. So hopefully you are logged in. I scheduled this for 10, but for some reason I was not able to use the YouTube live platform. So I'm using my other platform and connecting it with YouTube live. So I actually already recorded that particular part of the live where I was going over the different phases of the moon, and I recorded it. So I'm going to put a link in the description box because I really don't want to go over it again. I was going to do at the end a numerology reading. So that's what I'm going to do now. And I'm just going to post the link to the video I did because I said it 4:10. I was a little bit late because I have like the worst toothache ever. So I started a couple minutes late, but didn't want to start too late. So I just went ahead and used my another one of my software systems just to, live and just to get it recorded. So I'll post that. But now if I can switch my cameras, I'm going to actually do a numerology reading. Let's see if I can get the camera switched. If not, then what I am going to do is just use this camera. Now I will shuffle because I usually like to, show that I'm, what I'm shuffling. Okay, yeah, it's not letting me switch my web. Okay, my webcam, my cameras, because I want to switch to another camera so I can show my as I'm shuffling and doing the numerology cards, because I'm actually using cards versus like a chart or anything like that. But it doesn't look like I am able to switch my screen here. So I am just going to continue on with this camera that I'm using. Okay, and I'm going to shuffle my cards over here on the side, and then I'll just show you, after I shuffle it and I pick the card, I'll just, put it in front of the screen so that you can see, what card I've chosen, and then I'm just going to go over it quickly. But I usually like to show, as I'm shuffling. So let me shuffle again. So tomorrow I'm going to do another live. So, I have this issue fixed. So then I'll do another. I'm going to be talking about the fall equinox. And I'll do a live reading during that session as well. Okay. Oh, let me do this again. Hold on. A little hasty there. I want to make sure the card. I'm going to shuffle a couple more times. The card that I am pulling, because it's a general numerology reading, but typically how this works, it's like tarot. It's not going to apply to everybody, but it is going to be specific to someone. So that's why I want to make sure that I'm shuffling it, because shuffling just makes sure that I'm picking the card that's actually applicable or applies to someone specifically. So that's why I shuffled again, because I got a little hasty there. Okay. Okay. So this is the card that I picked, after shuffling and I'm going to try again to see if I can get this camera switched over. It's self-discipline, 41. So how I do these numerology card readings, because numerology from 1 to 9, the number means something different, just kind of like with the zodiac signs. Different signs mean different things. Tomorrow I'm going to be talking about fire signs in the zodiac in astrology, and I'm going to make a comparison between the fire signs in astrology and what numbers in numerology that you typically corresponds to, because what you'll see between like numerology, astrology, and even tarot, that there's a lot of similarities. And the reason why there are similarities is because, like with numerology, these are not just like a random, like, oh, you're number 1, oh, you're number 2. What it's picking up on, it's kind of like your blood type, but it's a little bit more, it's a broader spectrum of combinations than a blood type, possibly, because there's so many things that go into numerology. You have different numbers corresponding to different things. But when you drill it down, what numerology is doing, it's looking at your composition as a person, as far as, you're made up of molecules and atoms and so forth and so on. And if you were familiar with, like, let's say physics, then you would, it would be more understandable to say, okay, different people are made up or comprised of different molecules, atoms, and they're made up this way, they combine this way, and this creates this. People that believe in numerology, just like with astrology, to say, okay, if you were born on this day, this year, this was what was going on in the celestials. So this makes up your type of personality because of the planets influence on the earth and you as a person, and so forth and so on, similar to numerology. So with this, when I do the numerology card reading, it's similar to tarot, that it's going to pick up on, people call it energy, I call it spirit. Everything has a spirit in it. If it's living, it has a spirit. A tree has a spirit. Everything has a spirit. So it's going to pick up on that. So this particular reading is specific to someone who, not and just, I'm not going just by the word on the card to say, oh, this is about self discipline. Looking at the numbers, looking at the color combination, this would indicate, and also intuitively reading the card as well. So this card is actually indicating someone who has issues with their significant other. Okay. And so give me a second, because I'm kind of starting late and, switching systems. So I want to make sure that I'm kind of tuned in properly so I can do this accurately. It's good though. It's good. Let me put this card down, but you see, this is and hopefully I can get this camera switched over. I'm gonna try it again as I'm picking up on, intuitively what this particular card is referencing. It's a number 5, and okay, so no, okay, so that's not, I'm not going to be able to switch the camera there. Okay, so let me just stick with this one. It's good. Okay, I'm trying to read this intuitively, so give me a second, because the card is not all that I'm looking at. It's good though, so let me just say that it's good. It's about someone who has a spouse, and you need your spouse to know something that's coming. It's like a baby. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. But something's coming. It's good. And you want to let your spouse know. But again, I'm gonna do this again tomorrow. I'm gonna be more focused. I'm not gonna be all discombobulated. Today I have a toothache, which is again, it's terrible. And then, my systems were kind of trying to, this is my first YouTube live. I've had my YouTube channel for a long time, because I had, before I was doing legal document preparation in California and estate planning. And then last year I kind of transitioned slowly, and also education, slowly into doing more numerology focus. I've been working on numerology for a long time. Typically it would be for like family and people like that are close to me and myself. But not, professionally. I just started doing numerology professionally recently. So that's why The channel, I just posted maybe 1 or 2 videos, maybe about, I think, 9 years ago. Um, but just start posting like the numerology videos recently. So it's pretty new as far as me putting videos up here regularly. I think I have 1 or 2 videos from like 4 years ago and one from like, I don't know, a couple years back that I posted on YouTube. But now I'm posting regularly. So I'm going to go live again tomorrow, and I will do a live numerology reading tomorrow. I'm going to be talking about the fire signs and how they correspond to specific numerology numbers. And I might actually, for people that are into tarot, correspond that as well as the tarot and show the similarities between all three, between astrology, numerology, and tarot. So look out for that tomorrow. And then I'm going to be talking about fall, the season, how you can prepare, kind of keep yourself healthy and things like that. So look out for that tomorrow, same time, 10 p.m. Eastern time. So hopefully you're able to join and get this. If not, then check out again tomorrow. And then I'll be going live regularly. So you can check out the live videos or the videos that I post.